Kitties say it's nap time. It is a beautiful time of day for a nap. It's like early afternoon, and about this time I'm usually ready for a nap, but it's so beautiful out I can't stay outside. It's in the 70s, it's sunny, there's a nice little breeze going on. I already went out to the melon patch earlier, and I'll insert some pictures and show you how it's taken off. It's doing good, except for it looks like something's coming along and eating my sunflowers. My little kitty gardening gnomes, they like to lay in my plants, like this calla lily. It's a perennial. If I could keep it alive, it'll come back next year, and I'll try to keep it looking better. I'm going to try to overwinter it in this planter, I think. Oh yeah, this guy. This was a $5 cyclamen I picked up at Kroger, and it was upright. I did just repot it into a 5-inch pot because I saw roots growing out the bottom, so I repotted it, gave it a little boost of fertilizer. Let's see how it does. I just deadheaded it too, and it's got new blooms on it. It looks like the Ella campaign is doing really good, and since it's a beautiful day out, Owie Kitty here thinks that we should probably start planting out the Ella campaign. The Liatris, the Gay Feather, or Blazing Star plant. I don't know if any of those are them or not. I guess I really ought to look it up and find out. But they're not ready. I read that they do take a while longer to germinate. Maybe I didn't cold stratify them long enough. I don't know. Maybe I'll get more seeds and try something next year. But I'm trying to figure out where I want to put my Ella campaign. I would like to grow more flowers out here, but... And here's the thing. I was excited this late spring when all of those beautiful perennial flowers came up and looked great out here. But now I'm stuck with this mess. And one day I was out here working in that new raised bed, and a water moccasin comes out between those two barrels right there and lashes out at me, and we blew his head off. That was scary. And so the tall grass like that makes me nervous. We have water moccasins around. They're known to be aggressive and poisonous. So yeah. But weeding, I hate weeding, but it's got to be done. I got to pull some stuff, get a bunch of vinegar and put it down, and hopefully next year I can just do more creeping thyme and stuff. But I don't know, I'd really like to try to start planting out there now. See, there's the conundrum I'm at. Maybe I should just weed a small section where I want to plant, like the Ella campaign I'd like to put out there along the fence line there. Maybe that's what I'll do, because this is going to be a big chore, and I have to have beautiful days for me to be motivated enough to start tackling this. Maybe a bit here and there in the evenings, but we had a lot of rain, and I mean, we needed it. It was starting to get pretty crispy around here, but then again, it made everything start to take off. My tomatoes, peppers, everything, but unfortunately, all of the weeds and grass growing just on the ground of my garden. And it's not safe to walk in, so I have to rethink this. Anyway, it really is a beautiful day out. And oh, something else I wanted to point out. My ZZ Raven, I bought this from Kroger, and a lot of times when you buy from big box stores and such, they overwater their plants. It's their protocol. Well, I think it did have some root rot, and I cut it off and divided it. And the cats also like to lay in this pot, bad kitties. But I think I've got some new growth starting to come up. So I was going to just pitch this whole pot, but I decided not to give up on it because of the new growth points. So even though this leaf looks like this, it's showing signs that it wants to live. So yay, yay, yay. Another plant I repotted today was this China doll plant. When I first started at Rural King, they had some house plants, like this China doll, for example, and they were just trying to move them out of the way. It was late winter time, and they said, okay, we're done, you know. So I got a bunch of house plants for $1, and this was one of them. This is a China doll tree. I repotted it today because it had roots growing out of the bottom, and it's doing really, really, really good. It's doing significantly better than when I first got it. If I can find a picture, I will insert it. This variegated Swedish ivy I also picked up from Rural King. It's supposed to be an outside plant, but I already have a Swedish ivy cutting growing inside, but it's not variegated, so I'm going to bring it in over the winter. But isn't it cute? This spider plant that was looking sad is starting to do really good. Now it's not in that big of a pot. I just didn't have another hanging pot. See, that's the problem. I need more pots. I think I have a lot. It looks like I have a lot, but I never have exactly what I need when I need it. But it's not ready to be repotted yet. Not at all. But it seems to be doing good out here. So I'm just going to keep it out here and bring it in over the winter. And this Wandering Jew is just really taking off. It looks a lot better than the one I got hanging with my Hoyas inside on a plant hanger in terracotta pots. I think it's because this is getting better sun. I'll show you. See how this one's growing. On this vine, the leaves are going up. They're not as bright, but however, it is showing signs of looking really, really good right there. I mean, I'm not saying that this plant isn't healthy at all. Just look at the difference on how they're growing. I think it's crazy, but it's probably because of the lighting and such. So we'll see if I end up giving one away, or I just combine them, make one big large planting, etc., etc. Well, I don't know. But it looks like my Pearls and Jade Pothos is finally taking off. The Global Green Pothos has not done anything yet. It's in that middle pot there. My Arabica coffee bean tree has true leaves on it now. So yeah, there's been quite a bit of changes in my house plants. I've had to throw some out. Some are doing really good. I've moved stuff around. Obviously now I got some of my prayer plants out here and dealing with yellowing. I'm wondering if it was part of the algae in my rainwater buckets that I was collecting. So I'm dumping them out. I'm going to scrub them today. And I bought distilled water to use for now. But anyway, I got more cuttings off that golden pothos over there. It just keeps growing like crazy. My other one isn't growing as quick in the living room, but it is more variegated. So I got more cuttings of these to pot up and give away. This one I potted up today. I found this cute little bug on there. Let's see if we could see him better. Come on, bug. Get into focus. There we go. Still not getting a really good focus, but anyway, he's pretty cute. And if you look at my Facebook page, it'll show a better picture of him. But I did end up potting this up today. It has a couple inches of roots on it, which is awesome. So I have more plants to give away. And that's about it for now, guys. You know, my plans for later and everything else, I don't really have any ripening tomatoes yet, but my tomatoes aren't starting to look like crap right now. So it's, I wish I had some ripe tomatoes. On the other hand, my plants look great, so I can't complain. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I love you, and so does Jesus. God bless.